Hey guys, it's Randy and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I've talked to you guys on here. Could update you guys in another video, but for this video I'm going to be talking about my 2019 planner and journal lineup. I have a lot to say about all of the journals and I haven't done this in a really long time, so it's going to be very rambly, very chatty, and I will leave timestamps in the description box. I think on this channel I only ever showed me being in like an Erin Condren, that one blue sky planner, a bullet journal, and then a recollections planner, and I think that's all of the planners that I use. But since then I've actually dabbled into a lot of planners. It got really overwhelming, it got very expensive, so I sat down with myself and I was like, look girl, love your hobby, it's great, but you kind of have to start being a little more responsible with money. I had to think of a system that was gonna work 100% of the year, and it'll work under any circumstances, like whatever's going on in my life, and I won't want to stray from it because I stray from a lot of systems so quickly. But yeah, like I said, I have a lot to say about it and I'm really excited to show you guys my lineup. So if you follow me on Instagram, or even maybe just from the thumbnail that's on this video, you're gonna be like, what's this, what's this, and what's this? Okay, well this one I do include in my planner system, but this and this, they're planners, but I don't use them as planners. We'll start with this. This is the weekly supplement for the A6 Hobonichi Techo. I bought this when I bought my Techo because I thought that I was going to use those two things together, but I changed my system a little bit and I only really use this when I want to do some future planning in it. Otherwise, I don't really touch it. This is kind of like using a notepad or some sticky notes to plan out a week, which I don't do all the time, but I'm just gonna keep it and use it when I can. And then the other one that I have is this personal size Filofax Soffiano. This is basically just a home binder, so I have things like finances, cleaning list, grocery list, things like that, and this stays at home. I don't ever take this out with me, and I only pick this up when I need to update it or refer to it, so that's why I'm not including this as part of my 2019 planner system. This is a pocket Moleskine notebook. It's a daily and I use this for functional planning every single day. I just use pen in here and this is entirely functional for me. This is an A6 Hobonichi Techo. It's the English version with a Monday start, and this is just my journal. And since this has a monthly, I do future monthly planning in here, and that's when I will use this with it, but this isn't here all the time and I don't always touch the monthlies. That might be like 5% of the time or something, maybe 10, but yeah, this is just my journal. And then this is my A6 Stalogy, and this is my decorative memory planner. Like I said, this is my functional planner for every day. I make lists in here, I track things, I put appointments and all that stuff. So this is what it looks like. Sunday does not have any timestamps, but the rest of the days of the week do. And there's also a little thing for the weather and temperature, I think. So how I use this, I use these two pens. I actually use ballpoint pens. This is bothering me. So these are Pentel RSVP fine point pens. I have a black one and a blue one. In black, I just write down all of my to-dos when they're happening, unless it's Sunday. And then in blue, with the corresponding times, I write what I'm eating, if I worked out, any appointments, and how much money I spent that day and where I spent it. I don't really want to show you the actual pages with that, but that's how I use it. This has a monthly, but they're so small. It's a month on one page like this. I might end up using this, but it won't be like a huge change to my system. But that is my daily pocket Moleskine. Next, I guess I'll talk about my Hobonichi Techo. This is basically just a journal for me. So the pages look like this. It has times here. A lot of the time I just ignore this and just write whatever I want. I guess I could show you some pages. So like I said, I write about my feelings sometimes, what happens during the day, or inspirational pieces of writing. I'm trying to find some. Oh, here. And this is where I write, or I practice a lot of my lettering. So this is handwriting with a fountain pen, and I think I have some lettering. Oh, here I just practiced with a brush pen writing days of the weeks and months. I know that seems really silly, but it's just, this is just my place to physically take ink to paper and write. Like, it doesn't even have to have any substance like this, but it's just somewhere for me to write every single day. I'm going to keep up with this, or I plan to keep up with this for all of 2019, and it will be a book of my handwriting, which is the goal. I like this. And then the last thing that I have to show you is my A6 Stalogy. This is what you see on my Instagram if I post a spread. It's in this usually, unless I say it's not, but it'll probably be in this. And this is basically a bullet journal, but it doesn't serve the same functionality as a bullet journal. I couldn't actually keep up with my bullet journal when I was using it functionally when I was a college student. I didn't like the time that it took to get the spread set up and all of that.
A little self-promo here. I have stickers from my Etsy shop. That's something new that's happening in my life. But yeah, I have stickers that are lettered in my lettering that make things like this just a lot easier. So this is on white sticker paper, but if you're using a Hobonichi or a Stalogy, the paper is like off-white. So I also have clear sticker paper. This is foiled, different fonts, and then I have some for days of the week too.
But as a decorative, creative kind of journal, I think it makes a lot of sense because it gives me the flexibility that I want. So just flip through it. I have my cover page, which just says flourish. This is when I just got the notebook and I didn't know how ink was gonna do, so it kind of smudged, but that's okay. My word of the year is flourish. And then I have a pen test page, another pen, would it be easier if I had it like, yeah. And then I have this year in pixels. I really wanted to do a spread like this, but with this space and only these emotions, it's kind of hard. And then I have these pages, which I don't really know. I saw this online and I really wanted it in my planner, but I don't do future planning in here. Maybe I'll do like reflections in here. Ooh, that's a hair. I hope that wasn't there for long. Oh yeah, like I said, I don't know what these spreads are for, but I do have them. And then it goes in to the monthly cover page, and it's just simple. It says January 19. And then it goes into my monthly layout. This is going to stay the same every month. I really like a month on 2 pages. It's big enough to fit like little blurbs with an icon or some kind of sticker. I could put washi tape if I want to and use my washi up. And I just really, these spreads are so fun to put together. I really like them. And I think that one of the main videos that I'll be posting on this channel are my monthly highlights, because I just think they're so fun. Even if I don't post plan with me's, at least you'll get a gist of what is going on in my life with like a spread like this. So that's my monthly, and then every month is going to be set up kind of the same, but I don't set them all up at one time. And then it gets into the weeklies. So I have a set amount of weeklies in here. January had 5. So this is a vertical, basically vertical, week on 1 page with notes. And then a horizontal week on 1 page with a grid again. And then I have a really small vertical layout, a bigger one. This is more standard. It fits the Erin Condren with stickers, and I just cut them down. And then this is just that same horizontal with the grid because it's easy. So I really like this because it allows me to do whatever layout I want or it could be a challenge, like I could do all of the layouts at the beginning of the month. So that's my weeklies. And then I mentioned that I wanted a daily section to fit my journaling aesthetic, and that's what this is. After the monthly and the weeklies, I have the rest of the notebook open. I actually have February in here now, but for all of January, none of February was put in. So I have the first week of January filled out, and then I kind of fell off the boat and I stopped. Ooh, that's not even finished. I have to finish that. I fell off the boat and didn't journal in here or do daily pages. So like that was the 25th. The one before that was the 13th. And that's what is so fun about having a journal like this, is that I didn't have to commit myself to a daily spread every single day. I could just go in whenever I wanted to and put whatever I wanted, you know, like any kind of style too. So it's a lot of variety. And once it's the end of the month, like once it got to the 25th, I basically knew that I was not going to do any more daily spreads. So I went in and did my February monthly, and then I have my weeklies, and I'll do dailies if I want to. And that's the general gist of everything in here. It's all happened already, and I can take out the bits of it. Like if I write it in my in this journal, I can pick and choose what information I want to go in here. Like I said, it is a bullet journal because I make my own layouts, but it's a memory planner, so I'm not getting any functionality out of this. I'm just getting pure happiness out of this. That is my A6 Stalogy. Okay, so now I'll talk about how I got my system down to these 3 notebooks. So things I considered were the size. I didn't want anything too big or small because I'm not busy, but I want enough space to be able to use a weekly kit if I wanted to. And at the end of 2018, I actually used an A6 Muji planner. It had a week on one page horizontal and then grid on the other side, and I really liked it, but I just got tired of the layout after a couple weeks. And that's kind of the problem with me, is that I will get tired of the layout after being in it for a little while, and that's why I change planners so often. So if I'm in a vertical for some time, like I was in a vertical, I'll be itching for horizontal.
For some reason, when I was trying to convince myself that horizontal didn't work, and then I tried horizontal, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And then sometimes I want to go to hourly, sometimes I want to do dailies, but a lot of the time you can't get dailies and weekly, that whole thing.
So something like inserts seems like they would be flexible enough for what I'm looking for, but I knew that I didn't want to be in strings or rings, because rings and strings just aren't very functional for me, just to put it simply. I'll be in them for a couple weeks and think it's great. I'll try to decorate them, but I just can't make them work long term. So I needed something bound.
But an Erin Condren wouldn't do because you have to stick with the same layout for the whole year. Any Blue Sky planners has the same deal. You'll have a monthly and a weekly, or a monthly and a daily, and it's the same layout the whole time. And a lot of the time it's like, well, you're putting all these stickers down and covering so much of the planner, why don't you just use plain paper?
And that's just crazy. Why would you do that? Just kidding. And the only other planner that I could think of that allows you to have a monthly, weekly, and a daily is the Hobonichi, the A5 size. And like I said, I'm not that busy. I don't need an A5. So what is a planner girl to do?
I think that's all that I have to say about my planner system, my planner journal system for 2019. I'm so happy with this. I love it so much. I really think that it's going to stick for the whole year. I hope that this was helpful to at least someone, and I hope it made sense. I'm a rambly mess, and I actually filmed this in 2 days and blah blah blah, but yeah, if anything didn't make sense, or if you want clarification on anything, just let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. And I'm really excited to be filming YouTube videos again, and I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!